today on Divorce Court.
She's cheating on me because she obviously think that I did it to her.
I'm not cheating on him. I never cheated on him. Don't have no desire to cheat on him.
I need a DNA test for my son to know that he's really my son.
It really hurts that he thinks that our child is not his because it just came out the blue.
I don't believe a word she say for real, and she knows it.
He's delusional and he keeps accusing me of doing stuff that I'm not doing.
We really don't communicate too much, and when we do, it's always a war, constantly fighting.
I want to be with Dameien for the rest of my life, but if he doesn't change, I don't know where it's going to go with us.
If we can't be honest with each other, we don't have nothing anyway.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Aigner Francis and Dameien Williams. Ms. Francis and Mr. Williams, you have been together for 12 years, married for 6 years, but separated for the last 4 months, and you want to call this marriage a day. Ms. Francis, you have something you want from Mr. Williams, which I will discuss with you as this matter continues. But before we do that, I'm going to start with you, Ms. Francis. Why don't you tell me a little bit about why we're here, your relationship, and why we're here today in Divorce Court?
Well, we're here today because for a while now, my husband has constantly been accusing me of cheating on him to the point where it's an everyday thing. I'm tired of it. It's frustrating, and it's taking an emotional toll on me. It hurts, and it's an everyday thing. Like, I can't live effectively when I constantly have to focus on the fact that he's accusing me of cheating on him. It's had a toll on our relationship, our friendship, and everything that we've established over these 12 years.
So what is he saying? What is he accusing you of?
Practically that I've slept with everybody you can think of, everybody that I know. It's gotten ridiculous that I've had sex with multiple people, neighbors, that I've done a sex tape.
You did.
I didn't.
Mr. Williams, why do you believe your wife's been cheating on you?
Well, seeing is believing, Your Honor. And
what have you seen? Give me some examples when you've caught her.
Well, exactly, haven't caught her in the act,
exactly.
But one time, you know, I was hanging out, whatever, and my friend said, "Look, man, I got something to show you." And he pulled me to the side, and he said, "Look, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna talk to you later on." And when he did, he pulls out a tablet, and he shows me in true HD my wife with another man having sex. And I'm like, I mean, they're really getting it in. And I'm like, what?
How did he get it?
Well, he knows a lot of people. Let's just put it that way. And I'm glad that I know him. I'm glad that I know him. But, you know,
did you look at the tape? You looked at the tape?
I've looked at it, I've visualized, I've went through it 3, 4, 5 times. I mean, it's in my head.
He has a tape of you having sex.
Your Honor,
well, this is the first time I've heard about
I have it right now.
a friend.
I have it right now.
Showing him. This is the first time I've even heard about a friend showing him anything. From when
have you seen the tape?
I've seen it, but he waited till my father died this year. He waited till 2 days after my father died and brought this allegation. I thought it was a joke, honestly.
Well, I thought
was
it died too.
No, it's not me. I've never cheated on this man, period.
You
We've been
have the
together for
tape?
12 years.
The video.
And it doesn't look like me.
Look like you. Your Honor, before I do this, I want you to keep in mind 2 key points.
Okay.
First of all, the first thing is very explicit, as you already know. Second of all, take a mental note. First thing, the hair. Second, the complexion, the facialness.
First of all, it's not me. The complexion is off. We might be the same body weight, and they both have natural hair, but I have tattoos that you will be able to see on there. I'm very light. You will be able to see my veins in my legs. And the woman is clearly older than me to the point where I've actually screenshotted her face to show him that it's not me. And he's still stuck on the fact that it's me.
Your Honor, screenshot and actual motion. It's two totally different. So, wait a minute, Your Honor, as you press play, I want you to just keep looking back and forth. Like,
no, I'm gonna do my job.
Just keep looking. Do that mental facial recognition. Just keep looking.
And he'll keep saying, I know my wife, but obviously you don't, because that is not me.
Well, I should know after 12 years.
At all. No.
Arched eyebrows. Eyebrows.
No.
Remember
Not
the fro. Look at her hair. Look up.
But when this video even came out, my hair was way shorter than hers even is.
It grows. It's hair.
That's not my complexion. And
Really?
I have visible tattoos on my arms, on my legs. You will be able to see it.
Of course, that's what makeup for too. Like,
But it's in his head.
I don't know if it's her or not.
oh, it is. Joe, take a look.
I saw a lot of stuff, but her face
How
wasn't
about-
one of them, so
how
I
about-
don't know.
Thank you.
About another one.
And everybody's told him this. He showed this video to my mother, my friends. It's embarrassing. Like
No.
my sister and
I
everybody
need
told him
some
it's not
comeback
me.
pay.
First of all, they all involved too.
Okay.
No, they're not.
Other than the tape,
That's
whether or
just
not it's
one
true, we
of
don't
5.
know. But other than that, why do you keep accusing her of cheating? What other things has she done that would lead me to believe she's cheating?
For example, one time, Your Honor, we're around the neighborhood, and it's a guy I know that's up the street. She tells me that she's going to a friend's house, which is clear across town. I go up the street, I see the vehicle in front of the friend's house. So I call, hey, what's up, what you doing, y'all? She's giving me the whole story like she's over there, but I clearly see that she's elsewhere. No. So when I do confront her, and I'm hoping that she'll just come out or, tell me the truth. She just denies it.
Because
she
it's a
just
lie.
straight denies it. Same
You've
as she
never
doing
cheated
this.
on him?
Never in 12
Never,
years.
not in 12 years, never, not one time.
Never. I even told him I take a lie
You
detector
going-
test, anything that it takes to prove
But
to him.
you going
but he
down
doesn't
with
get it.
gasoline
It's in
thongs
his
on.
head.
I'm telling you.
Okay,
You
my
going down.
He's
question is this.
delusional.
My
No
question is
redemption.
this. I understand you have
Playing my
children,
emotions, Smoke.
and you believe that one of the kids isn't yours.
He does.
Why do you believe that one of the kids isn't yours?
One kid looks like me, the other kid looks nothing like me. It's not no type of features whatsoever.
Yes, it
I mean,
is.
down to an eyelash, a nose hair, a toenail, nothing.
But first of all, before we even had this child, I told him that my genes were very strong. I look nothing like my mother, everything like my father.
Oh, yeah.
So I already knew that because we had very strong genes in that family. But everybody
Yeah,
says
yeah.
that he's 50-50 to the point where when we were in the hospital with the baby, the nurses knew that he was the father because the baby looked just like him.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
actually
Your Honor,
came
let
back
me-
and
let
said
me-
that.
No. Here's the thing I have to say. I just always find it tremendously arrogant that people will look at me. I don't see me in them, so it can't be mine. My youngest child is lighter than both me and my husband. You can't go by that. You just can't go by. Oh, stop it. Now I want to talk about finances because I think we've talked about this as long as we can. Now I want to talk about your finances and why it's so much trouble at your house.
She'll sit there and say, well, I'm getting a tax refund, whatever. I'm gonna give you $1,000.
No.
$1,000 turns into $10 or $15, or increments
deserve
of
that.
15, 20. So I'm sitting there like, really though?
Miss Francis, why don't you tell me why you think finances is destroying your marriage?
He's always had a problem with money, period. Like, like taxes. He thinks I should give him a certain amount of money when I was going to school, getting school refund checks. And it's like, I have to pay back that money. I'm the one that's going to school. I'm the one that's getting a degree. I have to pay it back. I don't mind doing for you because I have given him money. But he's never appreciative and he's never happy at all with what I give him. If I give
That's
him
because it's
$300
nothing.
per se, he'll give it back and then think that I'm going to beg him to give him money, and it's not gonna be like that. Like, you take what I give you and you be appreciative for it. Like,
Mr. Williams, what do you have to say about that?
She's the type, first of all, when it comes down to finances or what have you, since our child has been born, she put me on child support.
Then didn't have any means to take care of him, and we both agreed.
I'm talking, and when we had got married, till this day, I'm still on child support.
But I paid to take him off of child support. He didn't show up for court.
So I said, well, you faithfully keep the money.
And you
get your
I
fro
give you the
done.
money. I
So
give him the money.
And then she would sit there and tell me, well,
And
hey.
he still doesn't do what he's supposed
She'll
to
sit
do.
there and say, well, I'm getting a tax refund, whatever. I'm gonna give you $1,000.
No.
$1,000 turns into $10 or $15, or increments
deserve
of
that.
15, 20. So I'm sitting there like, really though? But I can go to the store and, a pack of cigarettes turns into $60, $70 because I done bought pizza,
That's what he
maybe a
chose to
half
buy.
a steak sub or something. Like, I'm treating you. I always come through on what I say. If I say I'm going to do this for you or what have you, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it to you. She does the complete opposite. And the only thing I look at is that you're only giving me back my own money.
That's a lie.
First of all, who's married and still pay child support?
You, because you didn't show up to court.
So then when I
You
tell
didn't
her,
show up to
so
court.
then when I tell her, well, look, you know, that's because you done changed everything
I
over.
didn't do anything.
Okay,
That's a lie.
Miss Francis, you say Mr. Williams is controlling. Why do you say that?
He tries to control every situation. Everything has to be about him. I graduated from college. He makes up this fake argument and leaves,
You
knowing that I
graduated
would be
from college,
distraught if
got
he didn't
to
go
do
to
with
my graduation. Long story short, we had to go chase him down. I wound up being late to my graduation. Nobody seen me walk across the stage because he wanted to have a hissy fit and control the whole situation. He controls. He wants to.
Well, what did he want to control? I don't understand.
He wanted it to be about him. Everything had to be about him, and because the spotlight was on me and he didn't have anything to do with it, he left and knew that I was going to be upset
The spotlight
about the
on
whole.
you.
Yes.
Mr. Williams, what do you say happened at her graduation?
She was late, as usual.
Because-
over-prepping
Stop.
herself. My whole thing is that everyone's sitting there saying, come on, come on, come on. Then when she gets there, and we finally get there, she's upset because we don't get to see her walk across the stage. Everybody else done already graduated, took pictures and smiled. Did
They miss you because you were late?
just
We
got in the
were
building.
late because he decided that he was going to leave and walk from one side of town to the other because he was upset, and we had to go all the way across town and pick him
Did
up.
that happen? Did you walk off?
I don't know what she's talking about.
Yes, you did.
A bunch of add-ons.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I got you. Now I want to talk about the fact that you believe
Star,
he's
your
disrespectful
graduation. Crazy.
and how that is injuring your marriage.
One day he comes to the job and I'm not at my register. I'm a cashier. He says that I'm in the bathroom having sex with another man while I'm helping a customer with cameras everywhere and everything else.
Mr. Williams, did you think she was sleeping with somebody at her job in the bathroom on break? You say he's disrespectful and controlling. You say he tries to control what goes on at your job. Explain that to me.
One day he comes to the job and I'm not at my register. I'm a cashier. I'm helping a customer. He says that I'm in the bathroom having sex with another man while I'm helping a customer. I finally come back because he sees another guy walk past after I came back to my register. All of a sudden, I was sleeping with somebody in the bathroom at my job with cameras everywhere and everything else.
Mr. Williams, did you think she was sleeping with somebody at her job in the bathroom on break?
No, Your Honor, no.
Yes.
What it is, Your Honor.
Tell me what you thought.
I work at the job.
Exactly, that's what makes it all the more worse.
So I'm in one part of the
No, you were
department.
outside.
She's in another part. But it's because of that. And
I have no
everything else.
reason to
time.
cheat.
Your Honor.
Not one time.
Your
Now,
Honor.
And the thing
hang
is,
on. Never, not one time.
Never.
In the 12 years you've been together, you've never
It's
slept with anybody else.
another man can do for me, period. Like, other than the craziness that's going on and the accusations, he's actually a good person. Like, he came in my life, he helped me with so many things that I was going through, my insecurities, everything. I give him that. But I don't have a reason to be with another man. If I break up with this man today or tomorrow, I still don't need another man. That's not what I'm looking for.
Mr. Williams, let me ask you this. What is it, why do you think, did she sleep around a lot before you got married?
No.
What brings you to?
It's not what I think. It's what I know.
He knows everything.
I was sitting outside one day of her mother's house. I'm sitting there waiting for her. She's supposed to be in the mother's house.
And I was.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, the house is splitting up into two. So it's a neighbor that actually lives upstairs. So I'm sitting there and I'm sitting on the porch and I'm waiting, I'm constantly waiting, but I keep hearing her voice. The window's open, so she's loud by nature. So I'm hearing her upstairs talking to the guy. So I'm sitting there, I say,
What were they saying?
They was just like talking like, hey, this, that. They was in a conversation. My thing is that I knew and heard my wife's voice. And I know that she wasn't downstairs.
You don't
She
know
was
that.
upstairs. So
But why
what
is that
happens?
a
So what
cheat?
happens? No. So what happens is I get tired of waiting. I go ahead, hit the bell. Mom comes to the door in the robe.
And
but
I
no
come right
Anye.
through my mother's
so no
door.
Anye. So then I look up. She's coming from upstairs, coming down. exhausted. Like she done
No.
ran 2 track meets.
And might I add you, he was partying then too.
So I'm sitting there, so I sit there and I say, are you serious?
Distorted.
I said, are you serious? So the mama like just like shaking her head like.
My mother's told him several times that I never have been
All right,
upstairs.
I got it. It's never going to make any more sense to me.
It's not.
than it does now.
And that's why I'm done with it.
My point is,
because I
she
can't
can
deal
sit
with
there
this.
and tell me blue in the face. Look, the sky is purple and it has pink colors. It's not.
I got you, Mr. Williams. I got it. You want $120 from him, Mrs. Williams, after all these years. What's that $120 about?
This right here.
What happened?
He got upset and he dropped my phone on the concrete and then tried to say it was an accident. He had broke the same phone I had before this that he bought. So I went and bought my own phone, so he didn't have a reason to touch it because he breaks everything. I mean, either takes everything or breaks everything. And here we go, and he decided to take this and break it. Oh, it was an accident, supposedly. But
Mr. Williams, what happened with the phone?
A lot of times, I'm gonna say maybe out of all the times or whatever that we done had this phone situation, they was replaced. And I'm gonna say one time it was like I actually got mad. But the other times it was like, it was really
We're talking
accidental.
about this phone right here. What happened to this phone? That was accidental.
That was accidental.
So you own up to it when you do it. But you just didn't do it that time.
Hey, I have to live, I gotta, show her, like, you gotta be honest one way or another. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just sit there and talk to you and tell you, like, if I did it, I did it. That was accidental.
And if I did it, I did it. And if I didn't, I didn't. So that's what you need to get through your head.
Okay.
But you don't. And you don't.
So, hey, Mr. Williams, are you interested in whether or not this baby is yours?
Absolutely.
Do you really believe it's not yours?
I do. Biologically,
let me say
it.
this. You're just as wrong about the baby as you're as wrong about everything else. Nothing that you've said here has made sense. This child is yours.
Hello.
This is your kid.
That's what's up.
99.9999999. This is your child. And as bizarre and as convinced as you were that that kid wasn't yours is the same kind of logic and reasoning that goes into everything else that you deal with it. I heard her voice and she was running. Doesn't make any sense. It really does. If I were you, keep stepping, because people who are stuck on this kind of hamster wheel of thought usually never get off. Mm-hmm. And he will beat you to death with it if you don't walk away from it. For my own sanity, Mr. Williams, if I were you, I'd go to see somebody and have them look into what's going on up there. I want to make sure that you know that you got stuck on something that's not real and you can't get off. And it cost you your marriage. I don't want it to cost you your relationship with your child or to cost you an ability to have a rational, sane relationship with anybody else. Because the things that you told me in here make no sense at all. I mean, at all.
You just got
So as wrong as you were about that child, you're wrong about the rest of it because it makes no sense at all. I believe he dropped a phone on purpose, $120 in favor of Miss Francis.
Thank
it is
you.
so.
This marriage has been over for a while now. I have no regrets at all. I did everything I possibly and humanly can do. And I'm just out of answers. There's nothing else to do because he's going to keep thinking the same way he does.
At the end of the day, that's what it is. She can go her way, and I'll go my way. I know what's going on. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.